Happy Thursday, everyone. Good afternoon, beautiful souls. It's Neka here, and every today we are going to be talking about mindset. The principal response for every single success. Basically, you require, you want, you desire, and also that quality that is every successful person you admire. And the number one reason most people give up one step before they break through, and that this is one of those qualities that is the difference that makes the difference, as the saying goes, right? And it's persistence. Persistence is today's mindset topic. And I would like to probably use most of my Thursdays to actually address mindset because for me personally, in my work and in my life and in my business, it has been the thing that has helped me the most. Strategies, as they say, is a dime a dozen. But the inner game work, that's where the work starts. That's the real work. And it's the inner game that gives you that success. However, whatever success means to you, whatever success means to you, is that inner game work that gives you that success. Is also the inner game that gives you that not just a success, but the continuous success in your business. As I always say to people, you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You want to have a successful business forevermore. You can hand over to your family, your children, or basically sell it, to someone else who can, who can take it to the next level, right? And that's one thing that is about persistence. And persistence is to the character of a man to as to what carbon is to steal. And this is for Napoleon Hill. This guy, Napoleon, the Think and Grow Rich has sold over more than 100 million copies. Think about that, 100 million copies. It's almost like 100, which country is 100 million in population? Like England, I think we're 70 million. Think of every person in England having a copy of Think and Grow Rich. And they see 30,000 people, 30 million people more to give a copy of it. And that's how important, that's how prolific, and that's how mind-blowing that work has been. And there have been so many iterations of that work, from the amazing people like Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, Peggy McCall. There's so many iterations, but it's just he has been the founding, you could say, the founding father or the grandfather of our modern success thinking today. And so today I want to address the very important topic in the whole book. And there's so many amazing topics in the book. Is persistence, and why persistence is incredibly, there's no amount of talent can surpass persistence. Literally, you can be the most talented person. If you're not persistent with it, somebody who has got very little talent, but they persist in getting better and better, will surpass you. So let's talk about persistence, how to build that skill inside you. Actually, as we kind of like, it was the end of the year now. So let's finish this year strong. And that gives us, for me personally, it gives me the momentum to springboard into 2026. I don't want to start doing things in 2026. And by the time I get momentum, first quarter has already gone. I like to do things backwards. Start now. And so by the time I hit January 1st, I've got momentum already and I'm ready to rock and roll. And that's what I want for all of you today. So if you could drop in the chat where you're all joining me from, that'd be fantastic. My friends, just drop in the chat. My name is Neka and I live in sunny London. I always say sunny, I know. Don't judge me. I always say sunny because I live in London. So where are you all joining me from today, my friends? Drop it in the chat. And if you're watching on the replay, just comment in the replay. So let's start. Why persistence is rarer than talent? As I say, it's a rare quality. And if you look around you, those people that have succeeded and are still succeeding, what is the one thing that makes the difference? It's success. It's not success itself. It's the persistent action they keep taking, even in spite of their failures, right? They keep showing up, they keep doing, and they keep refining, they keep getting better. You don't persistently do the same thing over and over and get, and hoping to get different results. You persistently do this thing. As they say, you take the action, you review it, you adjust, and you go again. And that's so we're not persistently doing the same thing over again. I think that's insanity, really. That's insanity. Well, we're persistently taking action. We review our action, which we call feedback. And based on our feedback, we adjust and we continue. So here is the truth about persistence. Most people don't fail because they are not gifted. They fail because they stop. It's like there's this burst, like when we want to start a business, there's this burst of energy, drive, and everything is going, and everything is kind of like you're hitting all the dots, and boom, crash, boom, wallop. First thing happens, it's like, okay, and then the results don't show up. All those things, all those motivation, oh no, those things that were firing you up and getting you getting in the morning and ready to go, start getting slower and slower and slower. And before you know it, because you're not getting the results you think you get because you put in the work, then you quit. But the thing about that's the difference that separates people that succeed and people that don't succeed. High performance people who create wealth, success, and freedom, they're not necessarily be smarter than you and I or doing anything wonderful. They just learn the act of persistence. You know, like they're like a bulldog, or they say a dog with a bone. You gotta get that bone. You gotta work hard to get that bone off that dog, right? And that's what successful people do. They consistently, they persistently show up. It's okay. What do I have to do today? Because they got their vision in mind. That burning desire is burning so brightly that literally nothing can stop them. Besides that they are taking action. But as I said, it's not taking the same action. It's taking an action. You refine the process. You okay, review the process. Is this the result I'm looking for? Okay, if it is, fantastic. If it's not, okay, what can I learn from this? And then take the next action. But what mere mortals do is like, oh well, it didn't work, so therefore you give up. And the thing about it is, by you giving up, and, and the funny thing is, sometimes we give up so soon that we just are about to turn the corner because, oh yeah, that business, I'm going to get another job. Oh, let's try this new thing. Let's try that new thing. So you keep getting distracted by stuff. As my mentor said to me, you can literally make money from anything. He said, Neka, you can make money from anything if you persist. He said, people make money from the most unusual things. Then people think, can you make money from that? Can you make money? He said, there's money to be made in anything and everything. But are you going to willing to show up when nobody's clapping for you, when nobody's telling you, oh yeah, here you go, when nobody's tooting your drum and rubbing your shoulder, when basically you are the only one with your little torchlight, just moving, taking one step ahead, take just one step, one step, one step, because that's what persistence is. It's believing in that vision, believing that you got the support, believing that you got faith, believing you got trust, believing you got the skills, and you're prepared to even learn new skills so that vision can become a reality. It's not stubbornness. It's not. Some people say, "Oh, it's stubbornness. You need to be cold. You need to be this. You don't need to be anything. You just need to. You got to want that thing so badly that you're not going to do anything immoral to get it. You just prepared to do the work it takes for you to achieve it. And by the time you get to the finish line, people say, "Oh yeah, well done, you do." They don't see the amount of work you put in the background, right? And that's not about persisting because it's just silent. You just keep showing up. You just keep. No, are you still at it? Yeah. Are you still doing that thing? Well, give up, mate. But the person knows there's no giving up because they know what's at the end of the line, and that's the difference. The cost of giving up too soon. You see, think about all the times you abandoned your dream right before the moment oh, I should have continued with that. I should have, oh my God, and somebody else has got it. The business idea you talked about, the content you never posted, the course you bought and didn't even complete. I've been guilty of that. I've bought a couple of courses. I didn't even open the code. I didn't even open it. I'm like, whoa, okay. And these are the things I'm also learning how to be. I see the thing to the end. Even if it's not going, okay, I'm a bit ahead of the game now, but you can still learn something from that. Finishing something is not necessarily there's going to be a successful outcome. It's the person you become in the finishing. That's the difference. And that one of my mentors has already said to me, Neka, sometimes it's not necessarily the dollars or the pounds or euros at the end of the line. It's how the transformation within you, the belief, the trust, the faith you have in yourself to see something from start to finish. Because when you do that, there's a switch in your brain that just literally goes off. Who can relate to this, please? If anyone's on this live with me, if you can relate, that you just drop it in the comments. Because it's almost like there's a switch. That's I can do this. It's like when people run the London Marathon and they finish the London Marathon, there's a switch. It's like, I can do this. They got is endurance, they got resilience. To run 26 point something miles. Sometimes it's in the rain, sometimes it's in the boiling hot water, sometimes it's in it's like the weather is not so great, but you finish and you got your medal. That's saying something. That's one of my goals is to run the marathon. So, but because there's something in your brain that just say, I've got resilience. My feet are killing me, but I just keep pushing. My body hurts. My knee hurts. You know, because when you start with everything in life, let's be honest, there's so much enthusiasm, there's so much fanfare, and then you keep going. It's like, oh, okay, oh, there's somebody telling me, well done. Oh, wow, my cheerleaders, if what kind like disappeared, but you carry on, because persistence is not. That sage is not sexy. It's not cool. It's not one of those things you talk about in the when you're having a dinner party or you're in a pub. Or it's not glamorous. It's like but it's that that makes the money. It's that that gets you going. It's that that means that when people are inviting you, you say, no, I need to do this post. I need to do this. I'll see you in 20 minutes because I need to do something. And it's you persistently showing up. It's not those invisible efforts that becomes visible income. Is because it's all invisible. You create a post here, you think, oh my god, nobody's gonna read that, and you say, okay, you got 0 views. Oh my god, nobody. You mean no one even out of the 6 billion people on social media, not even one person checked out my post? But that's okay. Seriously, that's okay. It doesn't mean you stop posting tomorrow or the next day. You just carry on posting. And by the time they come around to discovering you, you've probably created thousands of posts. And then now you got backlog. So when they discover you, it's like they can feast on all your posts. And at that point in time, your dollars, your pounds, and your euros are already rolling in. Because you persist, you didn't quit. You literally did not quit. You didn't quit because you didn't have a follower, you didn't have a view, you didn't make any money. Because you held on to that belief, that inner burning desire within you that I know this is going to work. I know for as much as I know that when I take my next breath, there's air for me to breathe. I'm not going to question it. I just want to keep learning and just keep forging forward. That's what persistence is all about. No glamour, no sexiness, just everyday invisible action that literally gives you that visible results. You know, the next thing is like is the persistent loop that you must master. Yeah. As I say, persistence is not a personality. It's a daily decision we take. So here is the loop. I like to teach to my clients is like decision. You decide, you act, you evaluate, you adjust, you repeat. I like mentioned it in a roundabout way before. Take a decision. Okay, I'm going to create a post today. Go create the post today. You evaluate the post. Okay, what can I? Okay, well, this post did not land, or it landed. What can I tweak about it? You can even get Chat GPT to help you. You can get, there's so many ways you can get your post. You can ask someone else to look at it objectively. So, okay, maybe it wasn't quite hitting the mark. I was talking too fast. I was talking too slow. Maybe the hook wasn't quite landing. You try different hooks. Then you adjust, and then you repeat the cycle. Decide, act, evaluate, adjust, repeat. And this is a cycle of persistence. And this is why I do my business. As I'm not telling you what I don't already do. I'm doing it because I've come to learn over the past few months that's what works. That what success means. And of course, I've been doing a lot of the inner game work, the mindset work. I know it's persistent, building those nice habits, you know, and also reinforcing my persistent cycle because now it becomes a habit. I post. Yeah, that's my decision. I'm going to create one post today. I posted. I created the post. That's my action. I evaluate. What's the feedback? Okay, looking at the objectively, what does this thing look like? It could be a business. It could be a business plan. It could be a life. It could be anything you're going to do to grow your business or to grow your life. Maybe it's your CV that didn't land or your job interview, whatever that is. Evaluate it objectively. No judgment. No comparison. Just like I said, it's almost like if you're kind of like stand over your head, over above yourself, looking down. Say, okay, what does this look like? Okay, I can see why they said. I can see why that didn't land. Oh, I can. But there's no. It's just like information. It's data because your data. When you use that data to adjust your actions, then you can repeat. And then because you're doing it over and over again, you just get better and better and better. Yeah, and that's how you win. That is, you know, that's the formula for winning. That is the formula for, because that adjustment and that's evaluation and adjustment. That's you learning something new, or asking for feedback, or going back to your mentor, to your coach, or or getting an accountability partner to help you look at it, and then you adjust. It's okay. I'm going to do that again, and then you repeat. And you just keep rinse and repeat. And before you know it, they say, "Oh yeah, oh my God, you're successful. Oh, that one post." But they didn't know how long that one post has been being tweaked and being tweaked until it got to where it is now, as it's landing, it's gone viral, and it's not generating you an income. People don't know that, but you know that, and that's the beauty, because people they don't need to know. You just, yeah, you just bask in the accolade that I stayed the course, because you got your vision. You gotta have that vision. As I say, when the race horses, they got this horse blinders, so they can, what they are doing is they can only see what is in front of them. They're not looking sideways what the other horses, boom, what's in front of them. And that's what Napoleon Hill will say. When you have a burning desire, literally that dream, that desire has to be burning. It has to be at the forefront of your mind all day long. In every action, there's a goal, there's a goal, there's a goal. I know where I'm heading. That helps with the persistence. So in my journey, and I remember, when I started this business, it was easy for this. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that. No, yeah, no, oh no views, no sales, no this, no. All I could see was when I when my mentor said to me, like, I stopped looking at it. I said, no sales, no views, no this. Are you consistently taking action? Okay, no views. Look at that video, look at it objectively. What, is there a hook? Does the hook even sound right? Were you too fast? Were you too slow? How was the editing? All this little minutiae thing. Sometimes it could just be one word you just flip around, and boom, everything changes. Or the time of day I posted. It could be there's so many little variations. But if I start and say, oh, it didn't work, I'm gonna dress and do it all over again the same way, then I'm not using my persistent loop formula. And that's why you evaluate. You look at yourself, okay, yeah, I can see the lighting was a bit naff. You can literally see, and then you just and there's no judgment. It's a place of learning, compassion, and just saying, okay, I'm going to take action. I'm going to get better and better, because let's be honest, Rome wasn't built in a day. No successful best person woke up one morning and said, yeah, I am successful. Was set up somewhere. So use that valuation, the feedback you get, as golden nuggets. That jewels is amazing data you can use to basically get better and better. And that's how I even doing this YouTube live. Of course, I was like, okay, I just won live when it was when I felt like it. Now I'm consistently showing up Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 o'clock UK time, and showing up and building that consistency. And what's going to happen? People will say, okay, Naka is live. This lady is live every Tuesday and every Thursday at 1 p.m. I'm going to go watch. I'm going to go listen. At first, nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to hear. Probably this video might sit here for days, weeks, probably even months, and nobody will watch it until it's like, oh, somebody this, and then it becomes a thing. But I'm doing it because I know there's a visible result in invisible effort and visible results at the end, and I know what my vision is, and that's why I do what I do. I know what the vision, I know what the goal, I know what the end game is. So I'm here for the long run, and I will advise you to do the same. If you want that life you want for your family, because persistence is equal to consistency, and that gives you freedom, and that leads to money, wealth, whatever else you want in life. That's the game. For me, that's what I want everybody to have in life. But you got to be consistent. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent. You got to have that vision in your head of what is it you're looking for, what you want out of life, what does success mean to you. Because I know you. And the thing about it is, it's helping me build amazing momentum, because now I know in my brain it's coming almost like a habit. Thursdays, Tuesdays, 1 o'clock, boom, YouTube. And I start thinking about the topic from the night or 2 or 3 days before. I'm like, okay, what am I going to talk about today on YouTube? Okay, today This idea came to me because I was in my accountability partner this morning. We're raising persistent, and I just thought, oh, I should, this would be a nice topic for my audience, because I keep talking about business and business, but if they're not doing the inner game work, or no amount of strategy, because everybody, we all know, and it has been said so many times before, is 20% strategy, 80% my inner game or mindset or whatever you want to call it. So if I've been doing all the work, if I've been doing a lot of outer game work, or now it's time to focus on the inner game, because that what brings in the results. Because it's like, being persistent is like, it's a habit you have to build, you know. And that's the thing. So that's been my journey, me showing up and deciding to go YouTube twice a week. And it's also a way for me to build my YouTube audience, you know. So I have my own routine I do, and I'm consistently and I'm persistently showing up for those things. That's for me, it has been a game changer. And that's what I want for you, my friends. That's what I want for you. So I've got 2 free gifts for you, or free information. One, you can there's I will put this inside the description of this video. There is a Think and Grow Rich, the ebook. If you have not read the book before, please go read it. It's a book you actually study. You don't just go read like a novel, and then you start to kind of practice, put information into practice. And then I've got a free community where you can have the accountability you need, the support, the mindset, all that kind of stuff that you need to basically help you. If you want someone to help you evaluate your content, your business strategy, whatever it is, you can come and join my community, and it's free. So the link will be in the book. No, not in the book. The link is in the description. So before we wrap up, if you can put your comments in the chat, or what you have learned today, and if this has been helpful to you in any shape, manner, or form, please let me know. And if you would like more mindset work, if you could put in the topics you would like me to talk about, because it is one of my favorite things, because I know that's where the change happens. It's on the inner game, what you believe to be possible for you, not the doing. It's the beingness, and also, where can you apply today in your business? Where do you think you need more persistence? Whether it's in your business, content creation, or confidence, just drop me in the comments, and I would love to help support you, and I do respond to all my comments. So so I sincerely hope that today you have found this persistence topic, lesson, live session helpful. So because when you start to build clarity for today, that will give you that breakthrough you've been waiting for. Because sometimes we just need a bit of clarity. We just need someone to help us clean the smudges on our glasses, if we wear glasses, if that makes sense. So that gives you more clarity, and that gives you the breakthrough. So if you love this video, please subscribe, like, share, and follow. That'd be fantastic. And thank you everyone, and have a fantastic afternoon. Bye for now.